He gave the Black Mamba a reality check. Michael gave me some really good advice after the 08 finals. You got all the tools. You got to figure out how to get these guys to that next level to win that championship. It is what it is. You got to figure it out. There's no other alternative.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I had a request to check this video out, and I mean, it is Kobe Bryant Day. Happy 24th, everybody. So doing a Kobe Bryant reaction now and doing another Kobe Bryant reaction for the After Dark tonight. And this one is titled 2009 Kobe Bryant Finally Proved Himself. And absolutely, this is the time where everybody, including myself, had to eat my words and simply say, okay, I haven't seen anybody this good since MJ, like straight up, you know. And then honestly, after 09, I was also thinking he might get more than 6 championships by the end of this, so I might have to change my wording here, and eventually he might overtake MJ. But you know, other things happened, so that didn't take place. But I'll tell you, 2009, I started questioning everything, going, uh-oh. I think this guy might do it because he's stubborn enough to stick around and do this and get like 7 championships. But anyways, you guys, let's check this video out. This is from a channel called Hoops Central Throwback, and I'm going to link it down below in the description for you guys. You also see a list of channel members down there, and I wanted to welcome in a couple of new channel members. One, Color Green 5578, and 2, Daniel Allen 4450. I appreciate you guys. Welcome on board. Hope you like that Larry O'Brien trophy next to your name, and that goes for all of you members. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for having my back. It's always appreciated. Guys, let's get right into it. Happy 24th. Like the vid if you could, and let's enjoy it.
He was humiliated on the biggest stage, blown out by 39, questioned again, and still labelled the guy who couldn't win without Shaq.
Yep.
1 week after the embarrassment, Shaq grabbed a microphone and turned it into a public diss.
This again.
2 days after losing his second best player, Kobe did something nobody had ever done at Madison Square Garden. This is a story about
I mean, to be fair, what he did and during this time took him from, like, I couldn't even have him in my top 10. This is a funny pause. My bad. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm looking right in your eyes, Kobe. I didn't have you in the top 10 at that point. But after you won your 4th and 5th championship, that's when I was like, all right, you're number 2. It's over.
He signed a $70 million contract. By 07-08, things finally started to turn again. Bryant won MVP, and the Lakers were back in the NBA Finals for the first time in 4 years. And not just against anyone, against Boston.
It's funny, we act like 4 years is such a long time, when some of us and our franchises, we gotta wait like 20, 30 years in between it, and some never even get there.
The league's most iconic rivalry,
shout out Kings fans, it's time for you to get to the finals already,
was officially back. Still, even with all that progress, Kobe didn't want moral victories. He wanted everyone to remember how losing felt.
At the same time, understand that You know, second place just means you're the first loser. So just kind of understanding that mentality and coming back next year ready to work at it. But should hold our heads up high. We did pretty well.
Because it's
Do
competitive.
you hear that, LeBron fans? Yeah, losing in the NBA Finals is nothing to celebrate.
As that season was, the ending was brutal. Game 6 might as well have been a sweep. Boston demolished the Lakers 131-92. A 39-point humiliation on the biggest stage. And as visibly devastated as Kobe was, he understood exactly why it happened. Outside of himself, Derek Fisher, and Luke Walton, almost no one on that roster had championship experience. Pau Gasol had never even won a playoff game, let alone a series.
Wow.
Boston, meanwhile, was stacked. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, a deep, battle-tested bench, Doc Rivers on the sideline, role players like Rajon Rondo, James Posey, Eddie House, Tony Allen, and Glenn Davis, and veterans like Sam Cassell and PJ Brown.
I kind of loved this Boston team, not going to lie.
The Celtics were battle-tested and hardened. To understand why 2009 mattered so much for Kobe Bryant, you have to understand what happened in June 2008, and more specifically, what happened 1 week later.
You're back together. How is history going to remember this duo?
Shaquille O'Neal. All season long, Shaq played the role of the supportive former teammate, publicly happy for Kobe's success, just in case Kobe finally got that ring without him. But anyone who followed Shaq's career knew better. He was one of the most egotistical athletes of his generation. Too many feed the big dog quotes, too many tantrums, too much pride. There was no chance Kobe's success wasn't eating at him. So when Kobe played arguably his worst basketball of the season and failed to win his 4th ring, it's not hard to imagine Shaq sitting back thinking, I won. Because whether they admitted it or not, Shaq and Kobe were still competing.
Oh, 100%
publicly,
they were.
personally, and relentlessly. And Shaq chose his weapon. In 2008, while freestyling at a Miami club, Shaq delivered what might have been his most vicious diss yet. The feud spilled into public.
The best thing in the world was seeing the sit down between Kobe and Shaq years later. And just him having to address that, yeah, I did that. And it was like, you heard that? He was like, yeah, I heard that shit.
Again,
So
fueled
good.
by old ego clashes and Kobe's past allegations that Shaq had paid women to stay quiet.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
freestyle, Shaq accused Kobe of ratting him out, claimed that was why he was getting divorced, and repeatedly taunted,
Kobe, tell me how my tastes.
It became a call and response chant with the crowd. Public, personal, ugly. And for Kobe Bryant, it added fuel to a fire that was already burning. Kobe could have played the same game, he could have fired back, recorded his own diss, turned it into public back and forth fueled by ego and headlines. Instead, Kobe did something far more telling. He took all of that anger, all of that embarrassment, all of that noise, and funneled it inward. Not into revenge, but into evolution.
Words with the GOAT.
When Kobe needed clarity, he didn't look for validation from the outside world. He went to the person who had already walked the exact path, Michael Jordan. And
Okay, this is
MJ
cool.
didn't sugarcoat a thing. He gave the Black Mamba a reality check. Michael gave me some really good advice after the 08 finals. You got all the tools. You got to figure out how to get these guys to that next level to win that championship. It is what it is. You got to figure it out. There's no other alternative.
I love that. I love that messaging 100% because he did. He did. He had everything he needed. It was just a matter of becoming the leader that team needed. And that's what Kobe Bryant eventually ended up becoming. He wasn't just that selfish individual anymore. He became an actual leader, a champion.
That was it. No shortcuts, no recruiting pitches, no sympathy, just responsibility.
Yeah, and I like it's a total accountability. You got everything you need. It's you. You're the problem. Make it happen, you know? You got to do it now.
MJ challenged him to solve the problem himself the same way he always had. And Kobe listened, but his redemption didn't start in the NBA. It started overseas.
Oh, yeah. USA.
Before the Lakers' next season even tipped off, Bryant reclaimed a piece of himself with the Redeem team in Beijing. He was already a 3-time NBA champion, the reigning league MVP, a Lakers legend, and one of the most famous athletes on the planet. Still, that wasn't enough. Kobe wanted that Olympic jersey so badly that he delayed surgery on a torn ligament in his finger just to be there. For him, this wasn't just about winning gold. It was about washing away another stain, the one left by Team USA's disastrous 2004 showing in 7. But his real impact went far beyond the box score. While LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Carmelo Anthony filtered toward the back of team meetings, Kobe sat front and center. He was in the gym at 5 a.m. every day, setting a standard no one else could ignore.
I remember watching, and I think I reacted to it, Tim Grover talking about these sessions during the Olympics, and it's like legendary. The crazy things he was doing, just like going on mountain bike rides out in the middle of the desert, and just like he was training so hard during this time.
Discipline, maturity, and an obsessive commitment to preparation, Kobe became the unquestioned leader of a roster overflowing with talent. That Olympic gold mattered, not just because it dulled the pain of the 2008 finals, but because it reshaped how Kobe Bryant was seen, not as a selfish individualist, but as a relentless, demanding leader who dragged everyone around him to a higher level. And with that mindset fully locked in, he was finally ready to lead his NBA team back to the promised land.
That's a cool
Bryant
video.
And the Lakers entered the 08-09 season with a different season.
This is a good team. This was a really good. Jordan was right. They had everything they needed. Bynum, Gasol, Ariza, but Fish, Kobe, Odom.
0. A week later, they tied their best start in franchise history. Then they hit what seemed like a huge roadblock. On January 31, against the Memphis Grizzlies, Bynum left the game with a right knee injury.
Yep.
An MRI revealed a torn MCL, sidelining him for an expected 8 to 12 weeks. Losing a cornerstone in the middle of a redemption season would have crushed a lot of people. But Kobe wasn't like most people. Instead of sulking, he got angry. And a couple of days later, he made sure everyone felt it. On February 2, 2009, Kobe Bryant walked into Madison Square Garden and dropped 61 points on the Knicks on 61% shooting in a 126 to 117 win.
Take him off the dribble. Kobe beyond the arc when you're as talented as he is to begin with.
Simple.
Over the pound. Now David Lee tracking.
Yeah,
Kobe.
he's like, you really gonna give me this much space?
He's got Kobe on the wing, and Kobe flying hard. Kobe beats Chandler on his way down.
Nice.
At the guard. Kobe on a fall.
Man, I don't even know how he got that one off.
Incredible level. He's got it. Kobe Bryant has now scored more points than any other player at Madison Square Garden with 61.
It was the most points ever scored at the Mecca, breaking Bernard King's record.
I love that. That is one thing I do love about him. Knicks fans, when you see something amazing, you applaud it, even if it just like crushes your own team. I do appreciate this.
Mark that stood until 2014.
That's something, you paid for tickets to see a show, and you saw so much more than you expected. That's so cool.
It was also the highest single-game scoring performance of the entire 08-09 season. Bryant poured in 34 points in the first half and 15 in the fourth quarter. His final line, 37 minutes, 19 for 31 from the field, and a perfect 20 for 20 from the free throw line. Later, Kobe
So 37 minutes, they said. So if he wanted to rack, like, just if he wanted to stat pad the hell out of this, he could have easily got 70 or more, because he could have played an extra 11 minutes. Not that that's realistic, but he could have.
explained exactly where that performance came from.
Like Andrew Bynum, we just lost the game before. He got an injury against Memphis, right? And so I'm like, we just lost to the Celtics in 08. We're thinking we got Andrew, who's going to make a big difference for us. Now he goes down. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. The team was a little deflated. I was pissed off. You know what I mean? Because it's like, no, we're winning the championship. It should come hella high water. And my guys were down. And going into New York, big game, I said, all right, I got to send a message to my guys and say, no, listen, we're doing this. I understand it's hard, you went down, but damn it, we're getting it done.
And they did.
By the way, you guys, I love this podcast. This was from look it up if you guys want to watch it. Really cool podcast. It's from the Knuckleheads. So just type in Knuckleheads, Kobe Bryant. Great watch.
The Lakers won 23 of their next 31 games before Bynum returned for the season's final stretch and into the playoffs. The team stayed resilient, with others stepping up in his absence. And by the time the postseason arrived, they were battle-tested. Case in point, February 8, the Lakers snapped the Cleveland Cavaliers' 23-game home winning streak. They also became the first team in NBA history to win back-to-back road games against teams with an 800-plus winning percentage at least 40 games into the season, beating
stat.
Boston and Cleveland on consecutive nights. Cleveland's loss to LA was one of just 3 home defeats they suffered all season, including the playoffs. By late March, after spending virtually the entire year atop the conference, the Lakers clinched the best record in the Western Conference. And when the dust settled on a 65-win regular season, Los Angeles entered the playoffs as co-favorites to win the title. This time, they weren't just talented, they were ready.
Co-favorites. Was the other favorite Cleveland with LeBron?
In the first round, the Lakers drew 8-seeded Utah Jazz. Los Angeles took care of business at Staples Center in Games 1 and 2, but the series turned tense in Salt Lake City. Game 3. and Lamar Odom. The series shifted to Houston, where the Lakers reclaimed control with a 108-94 win in Game 3, but Game 4 slipped away 99-87, even with Rockets center Yao Ming
This is so cool.
sidelined for the remainder of the series with a broken foot. Game 5 was a statement.
There's
Los
damn
Angeles
Rockets,
blew
man.
out Houston by 40 points, tying the worst loss in Rockets franchise history.
Damn, man, looking at
Still.
these Rockets, I remember I really liked this team. It was just Yao and T-Mac could not stay healthy. They had such a cool team.
Nothing came easy. Houston forced a Game 7 with a decisive 95-80 win in Game 6. On May 7,
Facts. Yeah. The only other time was with Shaq and Penny.
The Lakers held home court
And
advantage
they got swept.
and immediately asserted it. Kobe scored 40 points in a Game 1 blowout. Game 2 was far tighter, decided only after Courtney Lee missed a potential game-winning layup off an inbounds lob at the end of regulation. The game went to overtime, and the Lakers prevailed. The series shifted to Orlando for Games 3, 4, and 5. Game 3 saw the Magic storm back, shooting 75% in the first half and 62% for the game.
Yeah, that'll work.
Both NBA Finals records to pull within 2-1. Game 4 became a classic. Derek Fisher drilled 2 massive three-pointers, one with 4.6 seconds left in regulation to force overtime, and another with 31 seconds remaining in overtime to seal the win. The Lakers were now 1 victory away from their 15th championship. Orlando still believed. They had already erased 3-1 deficits against Philadelphia and Boston, then upset LeBron James and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals. History didn't intimidate them. Kobe did. All season long, there had been a quiet belief among NBA observers. When the Lakers were locked in and playing their best basketball, nothing else really mattered.
Yeah.
They proved it in Game 5. Los Angeles
I
claimed
was
its
hate watching this team a whole bunch that year. Yep.
15th
They were
NBA
good.
championship with a dominant 99-86 win, a game that never felt close. The Lakers pulled away in the second quarter, broke Orlando's spirit with timely threes in the third, and spent much of the fourth celebrating amid a surprising number of Lakers fans inside the Amway Arena. Kobe Bryant averaged 32 points and 7 assists across the 5 finals games, earning finals MVP honors. His post-game words carried the weight of redemption. It's so tough to win a championship, to start over from scratch, and we started over from scratch, and here we are again. This really feels like a dream. It had taken longer than Bryant expected, but he had finally stepped out of Shaquille O'Neal's shadow. Kobe and Phil Jackson, whose relationship once fractured under the pressure of success, were again at the summit. Jackson, who once called Bryant a selfish player, now saw him differently. Phil said he learned how to become a leader in a way in which people want to follow.
And that's all Jordan's message was to him, basically, was you have all the tools you need, go make it happen. In other words, it's you. It's you now. You're the only one who has to change. And he did. Right in time.
2009 didn't just give Kobe another ring, it changed the entire conversation about his career. Before 2009, he was Shaq's running mate who couldn't get it done alone. After 2009, he was a champion in his own right, and he wasn't done. But here's the thing most people forget. Kobe wasn't satisfied. He didn't just want to match Shaq's post-breakup ring, he wanted to pass him. And to do that, he'd have to go through the one team that had already broken him once, the Boston Celtics. And this time, it would go 7 games. Comment below if you think this was Kobe's best season. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Subscribe for more just like it.
I mean, it sounds great video, by the way. It sounds kind of like it's building up for a sequel video, which would be actually really cool to watch too, the following season. Anyways, though, yeah, it's always funny for me to react to this kind of stuff because at the time, I remember how much I hated the Lakers, how much I hated Kobe, the whole team. I was still angry at Phil Jackson. I don't know why. He got fired from Chicago, yet I was still angry that, like, he was with the Lakers now. Different time. But to look back on it and to go, there's a reason why I feared this team. They were damn good. They were really, really damn good. And I watched so much basketball during this era. But Kobe Bryant, he did that thing. Like, I actually hated him because there was like a fear involved. I'd see him on the court against any other team, and I'm rooting against Kobe. But the entire time, he's just like blowing my fucking mind. Sorry for the language, but like he's just absolutely blowing my mind and pissing me off in the process because he's doing the impossible over and over and over again until eventually, yeah, he earned my respect. But it's funny, during this time, I was so totally hate watching. I can just imagine myself at the place I lived with the setup I had watching this, and I would watch every possible game. Man, good times. But yeah, anyways, this is when it changed for Kobe. This is when he proved himself. because it was never a matter of do you have the talent. It was always a mindset thing with him. He had the mindset to be one of the greatest in, maybe the greatest in a sport that's an individual sport. And I always saw that with him. But being on a team sport, could he actually become a leader? That was the real question I had for Kobe. And I didn't believe that he was going to become that leader. I really didn't. Then he proved me wrong. And the rest is history, isn't it? Because, yeah, he didn't revert back once he turned into a legit leader. He knew what it took now. And between him and Phil Jackson, perfect combo. Anyways, you guys, I am out of here. Thank you for watching this one with me. I'll be back later tonight with an After Dark that's completely different. And we'll continue celebrating the legacy of Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Guys, like the vid on the way out if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly, it's to be water, my friends. See you later.